TV. We're live. That's what it says.
I think you're live. Is that what it says on the board?
That's what it says in the corner. It says we're live.
Alrighty then. Well, welcome to Double Funnel TV then.
Yeah.
Look at pushing buttons. What happens when you push buttons and you don't pay attention. Welcome to Double Funnel TV, where we are building whole funnels each week live in the morning. And yesterday we built the marketing strategy for a real estate investor. I always forget what to call those guys.
Real estate investor. Looking for distressed properties, looking to get out of immediately. Create activity. Like cash.
Cash is great activity, right?
A great activity.
All right, let's see if we can add some desktop screen.
Yay. So what fun are we having today?
Well, if we're doing investment banking, sell my home fast. I figured we'd build a lead capture page for an investment real estate person.
Yay.
I'm gonna enlarge the ad because later on I'm gonna go add the funnel to the Business Growth Network Insiders membership. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get the search term too with how many results of people who type this in.
Type this or type
sell my home fast.
Sell my home fast.
Mm-hmm. We Buy Ugly Houses, by far the one with the longest standing reputation. I don't want to copy the person that doesn't know what they're doing, so we're going to do that one. Let's get it up here on the broadcast. That's why you couldn't see.
That's right. You keep on doing that.
That made no sense.
Made no sense whatsoever.
So I like the little dude here. I definitely don't have time to make a little dude. Certainly
well,
not.
that's more personalized logo for him, though, isn't it? So
I do, so that there's no I think he's a very important part of their marketing. What is the name of the book? Let me go look it up on. I'm not gonna be able to find anything on Amazon and Chrome. Amazon.
What?
Is it art?
What is the book? Sounds like, acts like. What are you talking about? Kind of book?
Understanding Comics: The Invisible Art by Scott McCloud.
Sounds interesting.
It does, but part of it was why people love comics. And part of that is because you can actually put yourself into the story. As soon as something starts to look realistic, so think about some of the hyper-realistic animation we even have today, that we start being able to relate to the character because now that character is a definitive person that's not us.
Got it. Makes sense.
I'm actually going to put, what was it called? I forgot the name of it. This is how how terrible I am at remembering things. Understanding Comics.
The Invisible Art.
Invisible Art. I want to put the link down here so everyone knows what I'm talking about and it's not completely crazy. But there's a lot of psychology behind the idea of this little mascot, and he gets to be silly and dumb, and that's okay. If you're investing with a real estate investor, you don't want him to be silly and dumb and caveman-like, right?
Right.
You want him to be polished and knowledgeable, and he doesn't get to have all the fun this guy gets to have. This guy gets to be memorable. This little guy right here is on all the billboards. He's the one talking on the radio spots. You see him. I mean, he's up here, WeBuyUglyHouses.com up here. He's down here. I bet you see him again.
Well, the other side of there he is at the bottom. He's a couple more places. But the other side of that is We Buy Ugly Houses. So it down levels the real estate transaction from being so
nice,
stodgy, right? Or structured, or it just makes it comfortable. We buy ugly houses. We don't care.
It immediately calls out the avatar, kind of back what we did with Garrett White. It is all about the avatar. So I totally submitted my house yesterday to track a couple of the funnels, you know, so I can get the emails and see what they're doing for when we do that on Thursday.
Right.
And what I discovered was I very quickly, given my house, given the fact that it's like 3 years old, it's, you know, $500,000 home, they actually turned me down without ever even calling me.
Yeah, it's not an ugly house.
It's not an ugly house. So you're calling out exactly who you want. Like, you got the ugly house on the wrong side of the tracks. They're like, I want it.
Well, I think the other side of that is those with a higher valued house, probably a nicer house, whatever, are probably a little more sophisticated in their process, not maybe as desperate. Maybe, you know, I mean, there's that potential as well, right?
That is true.
So it's interesting because there's I'm trying to think who it is right now. I can't think who it is, but I did a similar thing, and a while back, just to follow kind of the marketing that was going on, and it was you know, we'll basically just make you a cash offer for your house. You're done. I mean, we'll come in and we'll buy your house and you'll have money in 10 days and don't even think about it. You don't have to list it. We'll list it. We'll do all this, but you know, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
I was like, well, that's kind of an interesting concept. Let's just see how this works. And as it turns out, you know what disqualified us? We're in a gated community.
Yep.
We're not doing this with houses in gated communities.
That's not their market.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was very interesting.
So I was trying to use somebody else's template, and I'm just realizing I've got better templates. What did we do? Somebody
from Kyvio or somebody from the digital marketing group, or?
Well, remember we built some pretty good ones. So, you know, why?
Right.
Core funnel and template, was that it?
It's funny you mentioned that, because when I come to the office later, it's actually one of the things I want to chat with you about.
I think this is it. That was our home page. All right. I think we'll just start with the high converting home page here. And then did we have a landing page is what I'm looking for. I've got all sorts of other ones. It's a little dark. You can lighten it up though.
You know, it's so interesting because I was looking at a website early this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy early. Well, that's a good looking website. But you start looking at, it's really funny when you're building funnels, you look at things differently. You start to see the banding across and the breaks in colors and the, you know, just throw this in and it changes this. And it's really intriguing. Become a funnel geek.
A funnel geek. Yes, I'm sure I'd like to copy the funnel to myself. All right, let's see where they put it. Core funnel. Let me refresh. There it goes. And we're going to change it real quick. And we're going to call this the real estate investor. Oh. Alrighty then. So let's turn off some of these first. And I'm kind of inclined to think the first page you always do. I mean, if you're just trying to get something out fast, well, let's do that. Let's just keep it simple. Let's get something out fast, because if you're trying to generate leads, right, all that really matters is your lead gen, right?
Right.
Let's see if this one's done. That might be too short. Let's stick with the high converting homepage.
Better.
I'm just looking at this, and they've got quite a little bit going on. I've got some linkage, how it works, locations, review, contact, sell, imposters. It's a new one. And
What?
a blog. So right up here, the main website is the landing pages, I believe. And the blog is fairly straightforward. It doesn't look like your standard WordPress blog. Looks like more like content, like not for SEO, but just content to justify and send out in your email newsletters. Because if you'll look, it works. Each one of their blog posts actually work. I've got some blog efforts here, but it really operates more like a landing page with a request a free no obligation consultation on the side. That's the real money. Got a couple share buttons that are different. I'm kind of curious. If I take this over to Google Chrome and I put it in, I kind of want to see the code on the back end to see who they're hosting with. I'll geek out a little bit. I'm just wondering if what they're building on. It's WordPress plugin. It's still WordPress. They are a WordPress site. All right, let's go back to. Don't be confused by imposters and scams. There's only one We Buy Ugly Houses company. So people came out and were trying to be very similar to them. Mm-hmm. So they're coming out with an imposter. How do I spot and avoid scams?
Boy, that's a...
Is it a real company or simply a lead generation virtual company? So is it a marketer selling leads? All right, well, let's just go over and let's get to funnel hacking.
Yeah, really.
Look at you being persnippety. I had
a lot of big words being tossed around this morning. A lot of big words.
And you know what's funny, as I say all these big words, is I was doing some social media postings last night, and normally I would have my team do them, but since it's for kind of well-known copywriter, I figured I better do it, right? And one of the quotes that we did for her was basically, don't use big words in your copy.
Novel concept.
Keep it simple, stupid. Let's see what kind of they have. Let's get off of that. Sell my home fast. I've got to like delete some stuff here so I can see like their whole tagline. How much do I have to delete? Sell my home fast, we buy ugly houses. Okay.
It's webuyuglyhouses.com, right?
Yeah.
Why is it not popping up?
Search "we sell my home fast" on Google and the ad will pop up. So obviously something better could be done with this. I just put "sell my home fast, we buy homes fast." Use your own. All right, so theirs is, we got nice and bright. They actually do have a good amount of stuff going up here, but I'm wondering, oh, it actually takes you to different pages.
Yeah, I was just looking at that myself.
I was wondering if it would say, so we have locations, that's the big one.
Well, at least what popped up for me was Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that should be the one. I was looking for the landing page, the one that's replicatable. So if you look at this map, just like Dallas has one, every single one of these dots has one.
Yep,
they have a landing page. And that is the beauty of a landing page, is that you can pop those up really fast.
Yep.
And then you can come down there, we cache for your Dallas home. It's even got a map and everything. So it's actually got a few different landing pages. This one is just for Dallas when you search for it, whereas the other one is for the actual ad.
Right.
So let's replicate Kyvio. So we got still bright up on top, but they're doing black over here. CTA2, we're just going to do some color overrides. Menu color, just going to make it white. Or going to make it see-through, keep it honest. Black. Oh, wait, do we want it to be black? Do they hover? Oh, it does have a little blue hover.
Yeah, they're staying pretty light in all their color schemes.
I'm
still green, yellow predominant.
Well, what I'm focusing on is just kind of like the idea of hovering in like black CTA so the red one stands out.
Yeah.
So transparent, red and black. Transparent, red, black, and white. And what do we have? Okay, so the big one is going to be phone number. So let's go ahead and change this one. We're going to do the 555. I actually got a phone call yesterday. I accidentally deleted the picture from 555, 555, 5555.
What?
Mm-hmm.
There must be something that they program in, because I can't believe that's actually a number.
I was thinking some kind of like roto dialer or something, and it just replicated a number.
Yeah, it's possible.
All right, so we're going to save that one. And then the CTA for number 2 is contact. And that's going to quote page. Do I want a separate contact page?
Well, I mean, they've got a separate contact page.
Testimonials. I just don't think that we need that many on the homepage landing page here. I think the contact us is right there, but I bet contact us has a little bit more information maybe. Add property address, add contact info. So we'll put it.
Actually, it's just funny how this happens.
What? Testimonials.
So that Google map they're doing. Is that pretty easy to pull just out of Google?
No.
That's not easy.
It's not impossible by any stretch of the imagination. It's not like you're going to do it with a flick of your finger. It's not like building a funnel. That is done in WordPress.
Really?
It's done with a plugin. I just happen to be looking at the code on the back end for that.
Really? That's interesting.
So they have testimonials. I don't want this many. I don't need locations. Facts. In theory, facts should. These aren't bad. I like a fact page. It's a lot of facts to put on one. Testimonials should be on page. We don't need location, how it works. I think we can do that on page as well. But I do like the idea of having it mentioned so if they want to click on it fast, they can.
Yeah.
I'm debating whether I want one for testimonials. To me, these all look like varying types of landing pages they created to see which one worked better.
Yeah, possible. Which one causes the next piece of action?
Yep, I actually like how it works over here on the end. I want it to be the first thing that people see. So I figured that's the question that everybody would have. Almost like, this is too good to be true. How's this work? And then which one did we going to say we're going to bring over? Facts. Facts of life. Keep on getting Ryan's emails for TNC coming up. I bet I get 3 emails a day from Ryan and or digital marketer or a speaker who I'm subscribed to.
That's what, like the 23rd to the 25th or something like that?
Right? It is, and they got Russell Branson, Virgin Airlines dude.
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson. See how well I know.
Not Russell Brunson.
Yeah, not Russell Brunson. Richard Branson, Virgin Airlines dude.
That's cool.
A fast cash offer. Okay. Offer on your house today. Get a fast cash offer. You have to put for your house. Is that implied?
Well, I think that if the name is We Buy Ugly Houses, I think it's implied.
Well, I don't know what the name of the company that would be using this is. I know one in mind, and he's just using his name. I have another one in mind who's going to be using our office.
Well, if that's the case, yeah, if that's the case, then I would put the word houses in there. Then you better qualify it if it's yeah, thinking about it, you're right. If we're using it as a general funnel template, then it needs to be done differently.
I hate copying the copy. The copy is just so great, though. Get a fast cash offer. I don't want to call it home because that, to me, says there's a level of attachment, right? And I don't want the attachment.
Property. How about property?
There we go. Get a cash offer. Get a cat offer. Really? I don't know what I'm thinking here today.
Well, if you want a cat offer, that's awesome.
I don't want a cat offer. The social media that I'm working on right now, she's kind of a cat lady. And so we're putting that into her stuff.
That she wants a cat offer. That's awesome.
She's I made her the copycat writer. Something like that. What would be secondary offer? Call today, get a cash offer online? Where does that take you?
What, to get a cash offer?
It takes you to the contact page.
Doesn't that always
what would be your second one? You get a cash offer, that's what you want immediately.
Get some info on, wouldn't you want list building? So get some kind of.
But that's the cash offer in this case is the list building. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you're looking for a second one, I thought.
I know, like what would be your second, like it could be a phone number.
Call us now. Take action today.
I think call us now. Some people are going to want to call. That was something I definitely learned working with the real estate building landing pages.
Mm-hmm.
Is the people who are hitting the landing page when it comes to real estate, they're really happy to they just want to get rid of it. All right, let's go to Visme. This seems like a job for Visme.
Absolutely.
Well, I need a picture back here. I think the guy cheering is kind of cool. I'm not going to forget about him, but I think a house is better. We might put the guy down here at the bottom.
Yeah.
Questions. In fact, we're going to go ahead and copy him. We'll add kind of like a little question at the bottom. But I'm going to work on top of one of yours.
What?
What? Background. And let's see what kind of houses we can get, or homes, graphics. Let's search for photos. Ugly house. I have a figure for stock photos. I might be able to find an ugly house. I'm kind of got that one.
Let me go look.
Got some broken down stuff over here. I like the fact that it looks like it could be in South Dallas, though. Like, I don't think if I put ghetto house in there that that's going to get the...
That's funny.
What?
A neon logo for Coyote Ugly came up when I searched for ugly house.
That's funny.
It's like, no, not exactly where I was going.
2 dogs in the picture is not quite what I'm going for either. Try.
What was the name of that site? I think this. I think it.
Ugly house.
Ugly.
Oh. I don't want to start a tour. I want an ugly house. There's some ugly houses.
That's a pretty majestic house. It's not an ugly house.
Whoa. Depending which one you're looking at. I got a man coming out of a toilet over here.
No, I'm looking at a different source. Yeah, those are ugly.
That's not terrible. I've got overgrown. Almost looks like a trailer. Mobile home in trailer park.
The one with all the trash in front is pretty ugly.
Yeah, but that doesn't look like it's in the U.S. I want something that still looks like it could be U.S.
Yeah.
EL. Medium. Here we go. Download image. Never imagined myself buying a photo of an ugly house.
Yeah, exactly.
Go. We're going to stretch it out, and I'm trying to think what kind of color we want to overlay on it. So on my page, we have white. His page, he's got green. I kind of like how it has like that branding on it.
Well, that's going to be branding specific, isn't it?
It is. I mean, so I'm going to do white, and then whoever we're branding it for, on another, whoever's branding it, then they can add the color right on top of the white inside of Kyvio.
Right.
And then that will work. So I just need to lighten it up, and then they barely have to add their color on top, and they'll get it. It'll pop real quick.
Yeah.
All right, that looks like a sad home. It's not the after state, which I think is interesting. We're not showing after state.
Well, after state is you're driving your new car from the cash that you got selling your house.
Interesting.
I mean, after state is a different place in this one.
All right, I wonder if I made it too white. I wonder if, oh, you know what? I think there's a background formatting overlay. I've already got overlay. So let's take that overlay off.
You're winning.
What? Winning. All right, and they have sell your house easy when you sell to We Buy Ugly Houses. All right, so I had copied this here. We're going to copy this headline and put it over in here, and then we're going to pick a bright color. Again, this comes back. I'm doing everything, of course, in red and white and gray. Those are my colors. The page is already done in there. Of course, you would do whatever is your colors. I need some more formatting. So I like that we're just kind of like right there in the center. We're just reiterating what we do and what it means to you. Selling your property is easy when you sell with us.
Mm-hmm.
I like that I put the comma there. When you sell. Your name. So this is what you get above the fold. We got a little logo so you know who you're talking to. I'm going to add just a little bit more height here. And a little top padding. So I guess maybe a little less height. Cool. How's that look? Can't quite see the house. I'm not in love with the house photo.
Well, it's because of the overlay. It's too...
No, I'm not in love with it because if you'll look at their house, you get to see more of the house.
Yeah.
I mean, they cut it off a little from the top to the bottom. From left to right, though, you see more, whereas the double wide is double wide.
I get it.
I'm going to leave that alone because that is nitpicking.
No.
It is nitpicking. I think that's right there is really good. It gets the idea. Yes, you should do a better house. What I think would be better is to literally drive in your town. So if you're using this and you're a real estate investor, go specifically drive in the neighborhoods that you want to pick up homes in and take the ideal picture of the home you want in that neighborhood. Because that way, when somebody clicks on Dallas, they see a home that they can associate with Dallas, because the homes in Dallas don't look like the ones in Florida, don't look like the ones in California, don't look like the ones in New York.
Agreed.
Like this one right here, there are no homes like this in Dallas. We don't do this little honeycomb gingerbread. That's a nicer, higher end home. That's over in Lakewood.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we have after that? We've got a little button, and then now we have like where we can actually get some information. And it says request a free, no obligation consultation. They're asking for a lot of spaces. However, we're trying to sell a home, so I don't feel like that's outside.
No, it's not outside the realm for, it's an ask consistent with the level of the engagement necessary.
Yes.
Would that be a way of saying it?
All right, so we're basically dealing with a 2-column approach here. I think it's interesting that one side is gray. I like that. I don't think I can perfectly replicate that, but what I can do is I'm going to take this block right here, and we're going to add some columns. What are you building over there?
I'm going through their site. I really like their site. I think they've done a really nice job. You've made me into a website geek and a funnel geek. I like looking at this stuff now, and I'm picturing different things, you know. mean, they've done a really nice job of communicating the message, don't you think?
I do.
I mean, so when I get into this, I get a little lost sometimes because I start looking at their flow and some of their different things. I love the fact, in you popped on it earlier, but on how it works, the word that pops up is trust. I mean, how many times have I trained on that, you know, with what we're doing here, right? And so they've done some really good stuff. I like it. So that's what I was doing. I'm surfing. I'm surfing and thinking of ideas and stuff like that. Is that okay?
I allow it.
Okay.
Request a free, no obligation consultation. Let's see. Do I like what that looks like? No. That's a panel box. I think I'm actually going to mirror again. Don't fix what ain't broke. Let's go ahead and mirror the white. White. And then I'm going to put a panel box. So mine's going to look a little different. We'll make this a gray. It's kind of too gray. Let's go lighter gray. Just need a little gray. We should probably change the border. The yellow is not working. Give it a slightly darker one. Oh, too big, too big. I want one. So how would you direct traffic for real estate leads?
How would you?
Yeah, where would you find them at?
Well, again, I mean, I think part of this is what we talked about yesterday, because I mean, what we were talking about yesterday was you're running against a franchise organization like this, right? If you're the independent.
Mm-hmm.
So I think strategic alliances would be a big part, and those strategic alliances would be the people who are already serving the people that own that house. I think that's your fastest track anywhere.
I could see that being slow though too. If you need customers today, where do you go find them for this?
I mean, the key is the word distress, unfortunately.
There's corners.
That's where the fast action comes from, right?
Yeah.
There's distress, and so something has to be done quickly. So what that would say to me is that it needs to be I mean, you almost have to think of life change. Non-positive life change. There's got to be some dramatic movement. There's got to be a need. There's got to be a need for speed. Yeah, there's got to be a need for speed, right? I gotta make a move on something now. I can't sit and wait on it. So where would you find that person, that idea, that whatever? Right?
That's true.
So if it's like this, you need to have relationships built before you quote unquote need them.
I agree.
So if you're in this market, I said this in training the other day as well, today's activity does not determine today's volume. So today's activity determines volume 30, 60, 90 days from now. Today's volume is determined by what happened 30, 60, 90 days ago. So if you are modifying your marketing approach, all of a sudden you're going to put on big boy and big girl pants for this real estate, distressed real estate niche, then today is the day not only to build your funnels, but today is the day to start building and nurturing relationships.
I think you're absolutely right there.
Well, but I mean, it's interesting because I got a text from a friend when I had sent a text yesterday, just checking in on them. Just thought I'd see how I know you had an event over the weekend. How'd it go? What's going on? And the text I got this morning is, we're trapped on a highway in the worst snowstorm in the history of the state. We've been locked in our car with no food and water for 7 hours.
What?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Not exactly the text the response to my text I had anticipated. I said, well, he said the highway patrol has been great coming by, and they're now starting to divvy out food and water to people.
Oh my God.
But
when water's being divvied out,
it's never a good thing. Never a good thing. But I said, well, beyond that, I said, let me send positive thoughts and prayers. That's the first thing I can do. Second thing I can do is there anybody I can call for you or text for you or inform for you or whatever whatever, you're stuck or you're this or you're that. I mean, is there any service I can provide? I don't know that I can. I mean, we're a long ways away and they're in a weird situation. I get it, right?
Wow.
But again, the time to have a relationship is when you don't need it. And it's before you need it. Yeah, I'm just thinking about some of the stuff, and we'll talk about this when I'm there later.
I'm trying to decide, do you insist on getting a phone number?
Well, in this case, it's a different kind
of it first.
It's a different thing. I mean, this is a fast action, I'm desperate kind of response, so you're probably going to give more information than you would in many cases. Don't you think?
I do agree, and I don't think that it's outside of the realm. I'm not requiring it. Neither am I requiring the last name. We've got street address, city, state, and zip. So we've actually got lots of stuff being requested.
Right.
Let's see if it's street address, email address, enter street address, no icon. Do we want to require the street address?
I think in this case you do, because again, you want to be able to provide them research and value and whatever, and you can't do that if you don't know that.
That's true. I actually don't have a city state one. I guess I include it with the street address. You can do it with zip code though, so I'm not.
Oh.
What's that sound for?
Because I just cracked my neck.
Dude. All right. And a zip code and a street address is actually enough. You don't need the city state.
Well, as soon as you got a zip, you got the city.
Mm-hmm. Get cash offer now. I'm going to add a word. Yeah, I'll be first, like really frank. I, to some extent, think saying getting a cash offer now is a little disingenuous because you can't. There's none of that that can be done online. But, you know, same day.
Yeah, what's your definition of now?
Mm-hmm. Sell your home as is.
I'd agree with that.
We are America's #1 home buyer. Sure you are. I'd be willing to bet it's actually a bank buying up all the homes that have gone into foreclosure.
Could be.
It's all marketing speak.
It's all marketing speak.
It's all marketing speak. Column settings. Can I get that? I guess I can do it over here then. I want some left formatting, left margin, 50. That's not very much at all. Oh, that is a lot. Oh, wasn't showing it. Wasn't showing it. I just want a little bit. I just need a little bit of formatting. There's something to do. Not 500. Not 500. So I want to be able to put this over here on the edge. Similar. Edit, paste and match style.
You know, it fascinates me sometimes how some of the formatting that can go in there.
Formatting, such a pain. Ooh, hello. Yeah, it's a little bit better. We are America's #1 home buyer. We buy homes. Okay, I'm going to skip this. We are Dallas's. We are. Why we gotta have Texas and Dallas all have S's on the end? We are North Texas's. We are DFW's.
DFW's.
Or we'll just put
DFW is always better.
City Center. City Center's #1 most trusted home buyer. We believe in win.
We believe in us.
We believe in win-win outcomes, or outcomes is too fancy, 5th grade word. Situations, we believe in win-win deals.
We believe in win-win outcomes.
I know, but is outcomes too complicated? Is that too big of a word?
Results.
Ooh, not 12. 16, 18.
I mean, you're in the results business. You want to provide results.
Isn't everyone in the results business?
Everyone is in the results business. This is true.
We believe in win-win results. So because that's what the other one is accused. We believe in win-win results. What would you call the other side? Like, there are investors out there that are just out there to offer you the lowest amount possible, almost to like scam you into not getting anything remotely what your home is worth.
Well, how do you want to say it? I mean, those would be the lowball artists if you wanted to. You could think of it that way. So we're the anti-lowball.
Almost like
artists.
scamming, because all of these are lowballing, right? All of them are, you know, they're all in there for a profit to some extent, but some are damn right scammy and unethical. Does that make sense?
I mean, it makes sense, but
I don't want to use the word scam because now we're entering.
Well, I know, but what makes them? What changes them from somebody who lowballs to a scam. I mean, if somebody gives you a low offer and they turn it around and they hand you cash today, that's not a scam. It might not be nice. They might be taking advantage of the situation. You know, we're the people who believe in win-win situations and dealing with our customers with dignity, honor, and respect. Let's go the other way and take them, you know, that it's about respect. It's not about, you know, we're the respectful lowballers.
Property owners with dignity,
honor, and respect.
Honor. Because that's where I think the biggest difference between these national companies are and these local homegrown investors, where, you know, they went to a seminar, they decided to do a home investing, and it's a needed person in the community, right? To help those people out. But there's a bit difference in the national company that's just looking at that profit bottom line margin. And when you're from the community and you're like actually in front, you know, of an older family who's just lost their older loved one, you know what I'm saying? Like, they deal with those people differently.
Well, and that's, you know, so that's where, again, respect, honor, dignity, compassion. We're the compassionate choice. But again, you have to be that. You know, we're the ones that handle you with care and concern. You know, all those kinds of things, right? I mean, if that's the route you're going, but that should be your branding. I mean, the reason I've got two S's that come together and form a heart is because it's about heart-centered selling. Right?
Aww.
It's selling with heart.
I don't think I realized that that's what it did.
Oh, yeah.
You should do like a Facebook Live that explains your logo.
Be a good idea. I like that idea. But that's what I'm saying is, when, you know, this copy has to be true to who you are and your market approach, your style.
I do. I just think that there are some things in some fields that are across the board very similar, right? You're dealing with a homeowner or property owner that's in distress. They don't want the property. They need to move on with their life. They just need cash in hand.
Well,
selling your
so
home
the next side of that then becomes no nonsense. If, you know, then identify it for what it is. If you just need speed and cash today, we're your no nonsense, get it done, make it the best it can be situation kind of people. Right?
Yeah, no national level low ballers who don't care for the community. You gotta define the bad guy.
Yeah. Local, live here, love here, you know, live here, invest here.
This is our home too. What's that? What would be city
Dallas,
center?
DFW is our home too.
City center is our home too.
Right.
Selling your home with.
I mean, if you really want to play this one up, you know, with Texas.
Easy as pie.
But Texas values. Business ethics supported by Texas values.
For local.
Something like that.
With state values.
Mm-hmm.
Selling your home with our company is easy as pie. And I'll tell you what, during
pecan
closing,
pie. Pecan.
pecan pie. And you know what you show up on closing with? Pecan pie. I just factored in the excite phase. You and I did that together.
Yep.
I wrote the excite phase into the copy. Show up with pie. Who doesn't love pie?
You know what you can do? You can go to Walmart and for 50 cents get a little personalized pecan pie. Pecan pie.
I'm just thinking at closing, it costs the whole pie is $10.
No, I know. At closing, you get a big ass pie, but think about when you go to a networking meeting.
Oh my gosh, you bring those little bitty pecan pies.
That's what I'm saying.
And you become the pecan pie dude.
That's right. So what if you come to your networking meeting and you say, I'm looking for 10 prospects with houses, and in fact, we're the pecan pie company. Because selling with us is easy as pecan pie. Is make, whatever.
That's so Texas, I can't even stand it. I love it.
It is pretty Texas.
We'll meet you on site.
It's funny. Peggy was asking me last night. She goes, how many people watch these things live? And I said, almost nobody. And she said, then why do you do it? She said, then why do you do it? I said, because it's not who watches us live. It's who's watching us, period. But I said, the other side of it is I really think that Jena and I, especially bouncing stuff off each other, are getting more and more and more creative daily. At least that's the way I feel. I mean, it's just like this pecan pie idea. That's a killer freaking idea. That really is. Somebody's going to go, that sounds really stupid. Well, then
but here's the thing. You can do that across anything.
That's the whole point. Is what becomes
that could be any business that you're in. If you are like the young lady that I'm working with that's doing copywriting, your copy is easy as pecan pie. Like, it's just, if your customers are in a local center area, right? It just makes sense to use specific language that is, it's yours.
But again, if you know what Walmart has, they also have red velvet. So you could sit there and say, my copywriting is as smooth as red velvet. Here it is.
Oh my. Now my Texas twang is coming out.
Yeah, I know.
I see what you did there.
I actually might have to stop by and bring some of those to the meeting.
See how catchy it is?
It is. It's again, think about all in the sales training and all the stuff we've done. It's always about differentiation. How can you become different? How can you become remembered? And that's why they're shocked, that's why there were shock jocks, because they had to be different. Well, but they became different in a not great way, become different in a great way.
Yeah. Has honed a simple home buying property. I still like property. I don't want property buying process. Years of experience has honed our simple property buying process. Is somebody, what's that? Oh, you're just coughing?
No, I was just laughing. I was just thinking of, there's a person in particular I want to talk to about this thought. You know him very well. But I can just see him doing this. It's so fun. I love figuring out how to do stuff. It's fun.
All cash. So I've been kind of playing with the, if you'll notice some of the fonts here to make certain words jump out, which is not something they did, but it's something that is very common in long form sales copy. Make this one red. All right, so that's the gist of it. They've got call today, we visit. So they actually have the list, and we'll work on that tomorrow because I don't want to be late for today. The nice thing is this is the sales page too, so I don't mind giving the sales page a little bit more, and we'll work on the contact page tomorrow as well. That's simple. Once you build this page over here,
right,
the rest comes back, right?
Yeah, it'd be cool.
We don't this whole how it works, that all goes up here. We could literally drag and drop it onto this side. I've stopped watching things that are serious, and I've gone to like all comedy. So now I feel like I'm picking up all these like comedians bits when I talk. All their jokey jokes. Nothing, I'm just noticing it. So if you hear me say something in a weird voice, that's why.
I get it. I get how these things work.
Who is it for? I might still do that one. We'll see. But I like where that went pretty fast. I could have basically knocked all this out and done the steps really quick. Again, without knowing the individual person, it's hard to do steps.
Right.
But I think we got pretty far.
I agree.
Not shabby. Oh, I didn't look at the spacing here. It did not give me spacing.
Oops.
It's my fault. It changed the formatting on a different page we were working on.
That's not nice.
There we go. That should be good. There we go. How's that? Back to.
Looks good.
I feel like there should be some pictures.
That's that bottom one? Ooh.
Bottom one, huh?
That bottom formatting in Kyvio. Sorry. My brain
I was just messing it. This takes a lot longer.
My brain just went geek programmer for a second. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't normally do all the copy like this, but I thought it had value in this one.
Yeah, no, I like it.
We'll close it down. If you want us to build and work on your industry, your funnel, go to doublefunnel.tv and sign up, submit the application. And then I just implore you, if you're going to do it, go through the process. I cannot build if I don't know what I'm building. So obviously we're building this. I've actually talked to people. I found a top name that were basically funnel hacking. So go, and we can work on yours. And you could be bringing in leads.
That's right. Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. And I will see you here shortly at my office in Addison.
Yeah, what time do that start?
11:30. Hard start at 12.
Got it. All right.
Bye, guys.
Perfect. See you in a bit. Bye.